Good morning, class 8. How is everyone? Today we have taken up Unit 1, Section B of your MCB, the last lesson by Alphonse Daudet. See, the setting of this story is around 1870-71, the Franco-Prussian War, in which France suffered defeat. This is the setting of the story. Let us start. The author says, I started for school very late that morning and was in great dread of a scolding, especially because Monsieur Hamel had said that he would question us on participles, and I did not know the first word about them. For a moment, I thought of running away and spending the day out of doors. It was so warm, so bright. The birds were chirping at the edge of the woods, and in the open field back of the sawmill, the Persian soldiers were drilling. It was all much more tempting than the rule for participles, but I had the strength to resist and hurried off to school. So, this is the setting of the story. The background is the war between France and Persia. The time is 1870-71, and the author starts for school that day very late, and he is in the dread of scolding. He is scared of being scolded by the teacher because the teacher wanted to ask questions on participles. The class was to be questioned on participles. He knew this, but he finds the drill of the soldiers more tempting than participles, because when it came to participles, he did not even know a word about them. Let's know further what happens. The author says, when I passed the town hall, there was a crowd in front of the bulletin board. For the last 2 years, all our bad news had come from there. The lost battles, the draft, the orders of the commanding officer, and I thought to myself, without stopping, what can be the matter now? So, the author thinks about why there is a crowd in front of the bulletin board, and this has been a trend for the last 2 years, that all the bad news, be it the draft, be it the defeat, be it the orders of the commanding officer, everything was being received during those days from the bulletin board in front of the town hall, because that was the time when only a few newspapers were printed, almost nil, and that was not a time of radio and television, mind you. So the only way of getting news was the town hall. Let's read out the third paragraph, what happens further in the story. Further, the author says, then as I hurried by as fast as I could, the blacksmith watcher who was there with his apprentice reading the bulletin called after me, don't go so fast, Bob. You'll get to your school in plenty of time. I thought he was making fun of me. Reached Monsieur Hamel, little garden, all out of breath. Usually When school began, there was a great bustle which could be heard out in the street. The opening and closing of desks, lessons repeated in unison, very loud, with our hands over our ears to understand better, and the teacher's great ruler rapping on the table. But now it was all so still. I had counted on the commotion to get to my desk without being seen. But of course, that day everything had to be as quiet as Sunday morning. Through the window, I saw my classmates already in their places and Monsieur Hamel walking up and down with his terrible iron ruler under his arm. I had to open the door, go in before everybody. You can imagine how I blushed and how frightened I was. So, boys and girls, after all, the author enters the classroom, but you have come to know the situation during those days, how the teacher used to use the ruler. There was a saying, there was a saying during those days, spare the rod, spoil the child, which nobody accepts today. But even during my days, the saying went like this, and it was fully applied. It was applied to the fullest extent. पिटाई खूब होती थी और हर टीचर के हाथ में रूलर हुआ करता, और जैसा कि इसमें बताया गया है, वो बार बार टेबल पे भी उस रूलर को मारते रहते थे. So you're very lucky that Rod has gone out of the room. The ruler has gone out of the room. Think of the situation. अगर मेरे हाथ में रूलर होता तो क्या आप ऐसा करते? होमवर्क ना करने की हिम्मत करते? आइए फिलहाल तो पार्टिसिपल्स के बारे में जानते हैं कि ऑथर साहब पार्टिसिपल्स पे क्वेश्चंस का जवाब दे पाए या नहीं. आइए जानते हैं अगले पैराग्राफ में. But nothing happened. Monsieur Hamel saw me and said very kindly, go to your place quickly, little friends. We were beginning without you. I jumped over the bench, sat down at my desk. Now till then, when I had got a little over my fright, did I see that our teacher hand on his beautiful green coat, his frilled shirt, and the little black silk cap, all embroidered, that he never wore except on inspection and prize days. Besides, the whole school seemed so strange and solemn. But the thing that surprised me most was to see on the back benches that were always empty, the village people sitting quietly like ourselves. Old Hauser with his three-cornered hat, the former mayor, the former postmaster, several others besides. Everybody looked sad, and Hauser had brought an old primer, thumbed at the edges, and he held it open on his knees with his great spectacles lying across the pages. So it was a different scenario of the classroom. It was different altogether. It was very surprising when author saw some old people of the village sitting on the back benches. Do you really see this scenario in your classes? No. It was really an upsetting one. It was really strange. But this was a fact. Whatever happened further, we will know it tomorrow in the next video. Till then, keep revising, watch this video twice, read the text twice, and then answer my questions. Thanks for joining.